and he does such a great job, and we appreciate him so much. I learn something every time he talks, and even when we do it twice, I learn even more. And tonight we're going to repeat something that we've done, which is talking about our body being in an alkaline state. And Dr. Rouse is going to talk to us tonight about that and about what our products are doing to increase that. And Dr. Rouse, I just wanted to double check and make sure you're with us.
Hey, Jack, Dr. Rouse is in the house.
Great, Dr. Rouse, and thank you so much. And we'll go ahead and turn the call over to you. And I will let everybody know I'm going to moderate the text chat. So if you're online on Is Meeting, you can type your questions in there. Dr. Rouse will see those. You will not see that, but he will. And we will get to your questions at the end of his call. So, Dr. Rouse, let's turn it over to you, talking about what's wrong with being acidic and how we can get our body alkaline.
Wow, that is a topic that everybody needs to learn about. And by the way, since OPC, Aloe Red, and Is Green, those are the three products that we're focusing on tonight, though they are not a medicine, and obviously because they're not, we don't even have to make any medical claims for treatment, prevention, cure, mitigation of disease, or whatever. But because OPC, Aloe Red, and Is Green are nutritional supplements that work with the body's priorities and start working where they are most needed, everyone being unique, we're going to find out that we hear back from people, and we're hearing back from a plethora, a myriad, hundreds, and one day soon thousands of testimonials worldwide, on this worldwide spectrum. And hopefully one day OPC, Aloe Red, Is Green, I believe that they're going to be positioned in their rightful place as three of the most incredibly advanced developments for cleansing, repairing, building, balancing, and energizing the human body. And that is what alkalinization is all about. Anytime we can prevent the acidic side to go along. Well, what do we mean when we say acidic? What do we mean when we say alkaline? pH is an acronym for the power of hydrogen. And whenever the cells of the human body are alkaline, in medicine we call that anabolic. That means they are in a building, working, doing process. When the cells of the human body become acidic, we call that catabolic. They are breaking down the molecules, causing inflammation, dehydrating, radically changing, rusting the body, if you will. It's what makes the white apple brown. It's what makes the piece of metal rusty. Oxidation. And research is telling us day by day that we are too acidic. That is not good. When we are too acidic, we lack oxygen. We don't have enough oxygen to make all those trillions of cells workable. And because now the cells are breaking down, we are breeding fungus and mold and bacteria in places where fungus, mold, and bacteria do not belong. And anytime your body turns acidic, it's going to try to automatically, naturally balance that. And the first thing it does, it robs your calcium, your magnesium, and your potassium out of your bones and out of your blood to make things more neutralized. So when we become more alkaline, that's OPC, Aloe Red, Is Green, the three together are the perfect way to supply the antioxidation. It just neutralizes the acid. It helps the body to start being anabolic, to break down, remove, get rid of the toxins. It balances the whole electrical chemical activity from cell to cell. And because aloe red and OPC and is green are in a colloidal, an ionic form, they move about in the human body. Medically, we call this the Brownian motion. Our ionic colloidal minerals, our ionic colloidal very nanotechnology, very small molecules, move by Brownian motion. That means they can pass through membranes. They can get into the cell and help the mitochondrial. They are so potent and so energizing that there's no way that I can give them high enough accolades. So alkalinization prevents acidosis, dehydration, and free radicals. We've got to get the body to a pH of 7. And when that happens, we bring your gut flora back into a better homeostasis. It means that now we're not going to be pushing and resisting with the kidney flow. Your kidney needs to detoxify just like your colon does. And OPC, aloe red and is green, better pH, better kidney health. And I may be talking tonight to some people who have already had bad kidney health in the area of kidney stones. You want to prevent a kidney stone? Then you get your pH up into the alkaline level. When we start infusing the body, these charged ions, these power players, they're energizers. We're so potent, so energetic. And look, the body needs help. Average day, your body will pump out 2.5 liters of water just through normal body functions. And that doesn't include a heavy sweat. We just know that you must help your body to hydrate, and pH balance will do that. The next thing that we want to talk about is how active our aloe red, OPC, and is green together are in the detoxification process. We're talking about oxygen enhancement. This stuff, your aloe red, OPC, is green. When you swallow it down, it literally begins to cleave the water molecule, the dihydrogen monoxide, the H2O. And we release a perfect oxygen model. This acts as a catalyst. It gets into the bloodstream, and it gives us a very fast, workable, neat antioxidation. It'll take care of the radical things that are trying to rust away. And when you start delivering back the vital elements like the manganese and the boron and the chromium and the super nutritional minerals, every cell becomes rejuvenated. It becomes revived. And that's going to give you internal mitochondrial energy, better transport, better movement of the food you eat, the vitamins you swallow, the nutrition that's in your blood. And so they move in, and when these good boys move in, the toxins have to come out. It's like I put something good in, take something bad out. And now, when the pH goes to 7, those acid deposits, those things that are causing catabolic reactions, breaking down the good stuff, they get entrapped, and they form waste molecules. They form things that cause bad metabolism, hard to lose weight. They put stress into the brain and the mind, and then into the colon. You just can't properly digest. And anybody who's on a high-fat, high-sugar diet anyhow is just making their body exceedingly acid, so they need it in the most certain way. And when we do become too acidic, that acidity will lead to a stubborn liver and a sluggish colon, and that always leads to weight retention. And unfortunately, these hypermolecules will begin to leak, leaky gut syndrome. And boy, do they cause depression. Wow, do they cause degenerative diseases. I'm talking about massive amounts of neck pain, shoulder pain, muscle pain, knee pain, hip pain. Yep, when you take OPC, aloe red, and is green on a regular basis, and your acidic blood turns more alkaline, you're going to feel spiffy. And truth is that everybody who's acidic is aging at a very fast clip. We need to help the RNA, the transfer molecules, give integrity to the DNA, the things that are structurally giving us the information and holding us together. Energizing. It's a great way to make things happen. And guess what? When the colon is cleaned up, the blood gets purer, and the brain has a wonderful sense of clarity. It really is. OPC, aloe red, and is green are the way to revive the body, empower the body, regenerate the body, give that healing power. The first thing that happens when your body becomes alkaline is the immune system. It begins to stimulate antibody production. It begins to regulate fat and carbohydrate metabolism. It begins to help the blood glucose levels to become more normal. It begins to help the lipid fat levels to become more natural. And when that happens, your lymphatic system goes to work for you. And now when you have a healthy lymphatic system, you can start suppressing viral load. We're talking about individuals that have been infected with viruses, from herpes to influenza viruses. They have viral loads, and their poor little old lymphatic system is wore slap out. OPC, aloe red, and is green help the lymphatic system, the spleen, the tonsils, all the lymph nodes. And when that happens, you get a cleaner, purer, healthier skin. You get a more vibrant, stronger muscle. And this creates cellular balance. And when you're at homeostasis, you feel like $1 million. And guess what? I said that dihydrogen monoxide, H2O, water, it is something that is designed by God to have a powerful magnetic effect, positive magnetic effect in a negative way, and you will help your water to become very powerfully magnetically negative. And anytime you can put a negative valence on your water, it literally becomes wetter. Can you imagine that theory? Wetter water is more efficient. Wetter water goes deeper into the cells. Wetter water can go into more cellular structures than just a good old slug of water. So what we're talking about tonight is an awesome body upgrade. We're talking about how you can protect against the development of nutritionally related health problems. The number one nutritionally related health problem is aging, and number two is cognitive impairment, and number three is obesity. So guess what? OPC, aloe red, and is green go after the aging, the mental impairment, the obesity. We're going to boost your endurance. We're going to help your body to recuperate. We're going to empower the body's natural healing process. And believe me, when those cells start talking to one another, it's like an old family reunion. They're going to say, hip, hip, hooray. Hot diggity dog. Way to go. Give me some more. Well, it's never too late for good nutrition. And whatever your past and present nutritional and lifestyle practices are or have been, I promise you tonight, if you start now, much can be done to maintain good health, and a lot will be done to reduce your risk of chronic problems and major disabilities that generally show up in the future. OPC, aloe red, and is green are those three nutritionals that we brought into the is Xperia family to provide the most highly concentrated, the most totally comprehensive nutritional powerhouse of stuff that we can absolutely put in 3 simple containers. OPC, Aloe Red, and Is Green are the way to increase mental energy, increase physical energy, detoxify, modulate inflammation, strengthen the immune system, help maintain brain function, help alleviate erratic nerve function, improve sense of well-being, promote healthy aging. And how is that? Because we are altering the pH balance from catabolic to anabolic and giving you more oxygen to work with. It's an amazing way to make sure you always keep your body alkaline and not acidic. On and on we could go, Jack. We could talk about what it means when the pH is 7.0. But I have a lot of friends out there who have battled cancer, arthritis, headaches, all kinds of bronchitis, pneumonias, and every single one of them, when they learned the theory of pH balance and they got their body more alkaline, every one of them will testify that they felt much better because their body responded more proficiently.
Well, Dr. Rouse, I know we have a lot of questions coming in about this, and one of the main ones is that you talked about the OPC Plus, Aloe Red, and Is Greens. What kind of dosage do we need to start off with to really start that working, and then maybe if you can give us a maintenance dose that could get us to those levels that we want to, and even a fast start dose, something even faster.
Well, let's look at the fast start dose first. Jack, if somebody were extremely toxic, they've been on prescription drugs for years, and no, we're not telling them to come off of any drug. Or let's say they've been a lousy eater, they're a junk food eater. I guarantee you their body's very toxic. I'd start out with a simple low dose and let the body slowly detox. That's a scoop of each, once a day, be done with it. But most of us are already into, I'm ready to go. I want to get that alkaline level up. I'll just deal with a little bit of detoxification as it comes. And most people, Jack, would do much better with 2 scoops twice a day of each one of those products.
Okay, and I know that we have been mixing our OPC Plus and Aloe Red, and I do that. I know everyone is different. I know Gloria does the grasshopper where she mixes all 3 together. I actually mix my OPC Plus and Aloe Red together, take that. I've gotten it exactly the way I like it. And then I do the Is Green, a scoop, that large scoop that comes within the Is Green. I'll do that separately, and I do all those twice a day. We can still do that and it works, or do we have to take it all together?
It is absolutely fine. Actually, if you take any one of those 3 products individually, we're going to make your body better alkaline, period.
Okay.
Yes, you can take them separately, together, hither, yon, and wheresoever. They always work every time you take them.
Okay, and here was one question, was that I guess she's new and was not sure about what we're talking about. Is this about one product only? And actually, Dr. Rouse is talking about 3 separate products that are working to get your body in an alkaline state. That's the OPC Plus, the Aloe Red, and the Is Greens. So we've got 3 products that he's talking about. And also, Michael, let's see, where were we here? Linda wants to know, if someone has an enlarged prostate, which product would be safe for them to take, and which product might be good for them to take?
Okay. ABC, they're all fine and dandy. None will cause hyperplasia or worsening of a prostate gland. None will cause an erratic slowdown or a speed up of the urinary flow. If you had to choose one I would go with OPC, simply because it, with the resveratrol, the pycnogenol, the grapeseed, the things that are in OPC are pretty much our flagship basic nutrition that'll give you a good foundation to work off of.
Okay, good. And I'll even put in a quick story on that when I started taking 2 scoops of OPC Plus twice a day, it helped my PSA levels drop. So that really does. You're right on that. Here's one. How much, well, you discussed this. Let's say someone is taking Is Green by them only and not the OPC Plus and Aloe Red. They wanted to know how much of the Is Green should they take daily to help their body get in that alkaline state.
Most of the time, a scoop a day will definitely raise it, but a scoop twice a day will get it up there even most proficient. And it's okay if you can tolerate a heavy green. You're talking a couple of scoops twice a day. You're talking about some slurry, very green stuff. You'd have to be able to tolerate taste with that much. And what we don't want to do is put a negative mind bent. We would rather have you at 1 scoop a day faithfully than try to take heavy doses irregularly and say, I don't like it. I can't get the taste beyond that. Go with 1 scoop. Find your juice that flavors it just right for you. Many people use V8. V8 is their standard nutrition for green products.
So they can use V8 or even tomato juice? Either one?
Tomato juice, sure. And then as Gloria, she mixes all 3 together.
Right. Okay. And here's one. They have a customer that was told today that she has diverticulitis. What would be the number 1 product or number 1 and number 2 products helping with that?
They're going to find that Aloe Red and Is Green are most proficient in the colon of the human body. We even heard a testimony earlier tonight that they started with OPC, later they added Aloe Red, and they found that they really became better when Is Green was added to it. But Aloe Red would be first choice, Is Green would be second choice. And they can,
since they have that, should they start off with 2 scoops or 1 scoop, or what should they do?
Start out with 1 scoop, see how the bulldog down yonder likes it, and if the colon says come on, you let it have all it wants.
Okay, so 1 scoop and then 1 scoop twice a day. All right, good. And here's one. Let's see. We have an 87-year-old man with a liver that has quit working. Is there anything that he can safely take?
All 3 products are safe, totally non-liver invasive, but the number 1 liver nutrition in the Isixperia family is Aloe Red.
Aloe Red.
Aloe Red works specifically to the liver.
And let's see, here's one. Has a good friend that was putting up a fence and slipped and bashed her head, was taken to the ER, and she knows that the products that she's taking, the Aloe Red and the OPC Plus, are going to help her on the inside. What would be a good product, a skincare product, for her to put on to prevent the scarring?
She's going to definitely like the Res, Res 6. But then again, we probably have more testimonials on the DNA
the
product.
DNA, right.
Yeah,
so the DNA.
I bet that she's going to really like Res 6.
So the DNA and the Res 6 would be 2 top products for the scarring.
It is.
Okay, and then Anita just from Fort Myers just had a statement. She said the OPC Plus and Aloe are really the only products out there that she drinks that quench her thirst. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, pH goes up, dehydration goes down.
Okay, that's good. And here's one. I know we've got just about 2 minutes left, and I got a lot more coming in. We'll get to them really fast. Fibromyalgia, what would be the best product for that to help?
Well, we have many that have testified to us, Jack, that they use a combination of OPC, Aloe Red, and B number 12.
Okay.
And they use those together every day. And better muscle, less inflammation.
Right. I know Ray Pike is taking 2 scoops of the OPC Plus, 1 Aloe Red, and the B12, doing that twice a day, and she's feeling really good. Same with lupus. We had a lupus question there. With their nails have been falling off.
Well, the OPC will give them biotin that builds their nail structure, but because lupus is autoimmune, it's the antibody antigen internally not doing correct. Aloe red is immune system augmentation. So aloe red would be first choice. OPC would help the nail structure.
Okay. And here's one. Scott Milrod said that he carries his Is-Greens in an empty B12 bottle, and he sprinkles it on his food whenever he eats out. That's pretty interesting.
Hey, how about that? So for vibrant health, consume greens on all your foods.
Here's one. Also, are there any side effects for people that are suffering from diabetes or high blood pressure on any of the products, the three products you're talking about tonight?
Not at all. They are whole food. They are probiotic, prebiotic. They are like getting the best of the juices, the fruits, the vegetables, the herbals. I mean, you can't beat the power of reducing excess acidity. So no negative side effects.
Okay, and a few questions here on some people just starting out on a greens product. Said it's kind of hard for them to get used to, and I know it is, but it's so good for you, and you will get used to it. And this one, actually, if you've taken a greens product in the past, the ones that I've taken are really a thick-tasting greens. This is such a much lighter taste, but Dr. Rouse, they were wondering, could they come up with like vegetable juices, or come up with any type of a smoothie that they could put that in? Would it hurt the Is-Greens if they put it in a smoothie?
Oh, gracious, no. More people will testify that the greens in a smoothie are the perfect way to go. And you know what? Start out slow. Just do a 1/4 scoop. Just start with a small sprinkle. Your tongue is very trainable.
Right, starting at just with that one scoop, or even start with a little small scoop and work your way up.
Yeah, just a shake. Let yourself test the water, see how you can do.
Let's see. I think we're about done here, but this is from Paul and Sonia. Made a comment. Things are going so fast on here. I don't know if you can see it, Dr. Rouse. It said that their dog had a skin problem that would not go away. They gave him 1/8 of a dose of the OPC Plus, and within 5 minutes he was no longer itching. The next morning he went from itching. What went away? What was that? Went from raw and itching.
He got that.
To heal.
It take care of the hot spot. OPC, resveratrol, the stuff that's in there.
Right.
Some of my friends have done extensive medical research on that stuff.
Absolutely. Well, and the last one about was it not? We talked about diverticulitis, and I'm sorry these things are going so fast when the questions come on here. About
aloe red on diverticulitis. By the way, children do super on all these products, and if you want to just cut the dose in half, highly recommend it.
And colitis also is green and aloe red.
Aloe red, and then follow up with is green, and the body gets better.
Right. Super. Okay. Well, Dr. Rouse, we've gone a little over our time, but it was well worth it. We learned so much about this, and what great products those three products are. So everyone, definitely, if you're not on it, make sure you get on those and get your dose up to where you need it to be. And we appreciate you being on the call tonight. Dr. Rouse, thank you so much. What a great time we had, and we appreciate it. And everyone join us tomorrow night at 9, same time, same station, and for our training, our corporate training tomorrow night. Dr. Rouse, thanks again.